Hello, everybody. This is Linda.
And Monty.
And we're live from Long Beach, California. It's our pleasure to be part of this festival. And we certainly do wish, though, that we will see you in the future in a studio all together, dancing face to face. So until that time comes, I want to say thank you to Lane for inviting us to be a part of this event. And it's our pleasure to teach this advanced beginning tap class. So a little bit about us before we start. My name is Linda Sohl-Ellison. I'm the artistic director of Rhapsody and Taps, which is a tap dance company based here in Long Beach. And we've been in existence for 39 years. And currently I am spending, for the past 2 years, most of my life editing the first 35-year video anthology. And that material is going to be given free to libraries as soon as we complete the project, which should be this fall. And Monty.
Hello, I'm Monty Ellison, and I've been around since Moses, and a percussionist, and I'm happy now to assist my wife in this class.
And so we hope you enjoy our class. We're going to work on a little bit of warm-up material following along. Then we will start a combination and remote tap class. So we hope that you are patient with me because technology is not my friend. I'm just used to teaching with real bodies in the class and being able to actually look at the people and see if they're getting it before I move on to the next step. So this is a new experience for me, and we hope it works out. Anything else I want to say? I guess that's it. I normally like to travel my choreography, so we're trying our best. I'm trying my best to sort of work on material that can be done in one spot. So it's at times I'll give you some options. If you have a space where you can stretch out, you can take larger steps, and if not, you can just keep it right underneath you, however it works for you. And here we go. We're going to start with a follow along warm up. So I usually do this, and it's much easier to do in person, but it's loose, and just see if you can keep up with it. All right, let's start with weight on 2 feet. Sink down into the legs by bending your knees and advance the right foot forward. And we're going to lift the toe and tap. And side. Change feet. Side. 3 feet. Same thing with the heels. Change sides. Okay, so we will be using some recorded music, and then Monty will also drum for you. Kept that really basic. I hope everybody can follow along. Know this, that whenever you take a master class, it's never paced precisely for your skill level, and the teacher does usually his or her best job to look at the class and try to pace it in the middle. And of course, we don't have that advantage now doing this remotely. So for most of you, there will be something that will feel too difficult, and there may be something that feels too easy. So just stay with it, and the fact that you can play this recording again after will hopefully alleviate the problem for those of you who maybe thought the pace was too fast at some point. All right, so now this in-out action, just keep that feeling because we're going to use that in our combination. But let's do a few shuffles, real basic here. We're going to slide the foot on the floor, all right, kind of out to the side, and then we're going to snap it back. Out, snap, out, snap, out, snap, out, snap. We'll do that 7 times, and at the end we'll just do a regular shuffle and change weight. And then the same thing on the left foot, all right? And then we'll build from there. Eventually we're going to get to shuffle, hold, shuffle, hold, shuffle, hold, then shuffle, change sides. Shuffle and hold, shuffle and hold, shuffle and hold, and shuffle and change sides. Then we're doing shuffle, heel. For those of you over 40, I have an over 40 rule. You do not need to do any hopping. You can just substitute that hop for a heel. Everybody under that age, please hop up and down. Shuffle and hop, or heel. Shuffle, hop, and change sides. Shuffle and hop, or heel. Shuffle and hop, shuffle and hop, and change. Knee and toe punch. Knee and toe. Change your sides, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. And then we're going to put those skills together. And now, again, you can do a heel or a hop. Shuffle and hop, two. Shuffle and hop, two. Shuffle and hop, two. Change sides. Shuffle, hop, shuffle, hop, shuffle, hop, change sides. And then we're going to work on some flaps, I believe. All right, I like to think of plie on the support leg, so bend in between each stretch. Stretch on the flap, bend and return. Stretch, bend and return. Stretch, bend and return. You can add heel. Change sides. Face without the heel. Now add the heel. All right, so let's do some follow-along shuffles. I may throw something in there that I didn't explain, but see if you can keep up with it. Slide, push. Really slow and snap back. 1, 2, 3. Slide, 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 slide. You got me in between. Devil and out, out, got to get you. You got me in between. The devil and the I often wash off my face, but you cannot have my door. They seem to give my heart a twist. I'm coming back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You got me in between there and the grace. And now just out that door, out that door, out that door.
It seems to give my heart a twist. I'll remember that tomorrow.
And feel double.
I guess I love you. You got me in between the devil and the sea.
Okay, so that was really fundamental. I would not normally, if you study with me, do so many like repeats, 8 of everything. But point is to get warm and not have to think a lot. So now let's work on coordination, which I call a controlled third. The ball of the foot goes out slightly on the floor. The heel goes to a dig, and we move. At least this is the way I approach this step. We move the knee forward and draw up. Don't over-exaggerate that rotation. It's ever so slight, just barely off on your diagonal. Ball of the foot, heel. See this sideways? It's the toe with the heel pretty close to the floor. Drop it down to the dig and then pull the knee up. So we're going to go 1 and 2. 3 and 4, etc., with Monty. 1 and 2, Latin. 3 and 4 and. Change sides. And 1 and 2. 3 and 4. A E and a D and a E and a 4 and Okay, same thing, but now we're going to go just a little faster. 1 and 2 and Latin and and changing sides. Okay, so if you've not done this step before, you may have a tendency to curl your toes in your shoes because you're trying so hard to execute. but you definitely need to let those toes be relaxed. All right, so I'll come a little more forward. You don't want to curl your toes in your shoes. You want to hit the ball of the foot. Keep that heel really low to the floor. Okay, so now let's try 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and change. Both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and up, and 2 and up, and up, and change, and up and 2 and 3 and 4, up and up, again, and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now those are all called controlled thirds because you're stopping and controlling each action. This step can also be done with a relaxed foot, and you want to you still have to pass through the 3 sounds. So we don't want to change it to a shuffle. There's still a ball of the foot. It's like a brush with a heel slipped in the middle. Heel brush. There's your forward brush, heel, backward brush. And so it sounds like this. And then today, but it's basically the same 3 sounds, and you throw your weight forward over the foot. Bounce, 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 out. Now, on the third, the relaxed third, this can be done with the knee coming up, and it can also be done with the energy going down and out and stretching through the foot. So we have up, out, up, up, out, out. That's for you to practice on your own later. Right now, what I'd just like to do is 1 and 2, 3 and 4, drop and drop again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 with Monty. And here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, relax, relax. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, relax, relax. All right, so we're going to need that for our combination. Now, if you don't feel confident with that, I'm going to teach you the material with the loose third, but feel free to substitute a shuffle for now just to keep the format of the material in its real time and rhythm. But you can later substitute that third if you don't have it yet. All right, so we're starting with the right leg, and we're going to do a loose third, and then a heel, and then a toe in. Loose third, toe in, out, in, out, in, out. Then we change weight at that last inward motion of the foot and change weight to the left foot. So we're basically just marking time, all right? It's just the beginning of our choreography. 1, 2, all together, right leg, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Short pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In. Okay, so now let's take that short pattern and make it more interesting. So we'll take a loose third out, and instead of on the beat, we're going to syncopate. ba-da-da-da-da. So long pattern, syncopated, short pattern, syncopated, short pattern. All together, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, on the heel drop, I heard myself not quite swing the second one, so you want to make sure on this that you don't go. Alright, which would be a straight rhythm, we're trying to swing it. So yada da da da, shirabaka da 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 on those. All face away, face your direction, start with the right foot. A 1, 2, 1, time. One, two, you go. Short pattern, in, out, in, a left, in, out, in. Okay. All right, so let's do a call and response with that. I'll do the first part, you answer. I'll do the short pattern, you answer. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Short pattern 3. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put a little break on that, which is a step and 2 claps. A step and 2 claps. And we're going to step either right in place or behind you. You'll start with your right foot. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. So the stomps are syncopated. My claps may be coming through louder than my feet, I'm not sure, but we don't want the claps too loud. So listen again, it goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to jump ahead and teach you a variation on that, which will be our next break, but I want you to hear the 2 together. So the first time we're with our right foot and clapping, the second time we're going to do that third and the heel, and then instead of step, clap, clap, we're going to do loose third, heel, step, heel, heel. Without a pause in between, so it sounds like this. 1, 2, just that part. So you have to swing those heels, otherwise it sounds like this. Oh, sorry. All right, it has a Latin feel. We're swinging. So let's do. This is a challenge, but let's do the clapping version and then right into the double heels, starting with the right foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Monty. Oh, by the way, Monty is playing a
Djembe cajon.
which means it's an African djembe, that shaped drum, but instead of a skin on the top, he's got a wooden top, which we're hoping will work well for this format so that
Too many overtones.
some of the other drums we tried had too many overtones. Okay, so now on the If You Have Room, on the first one, you can go that way. The second break, you can travel it, or you can just go sideways, but you can give it whatever shape you want. Or if you don't have room, right underneath you. All right, so we're going to try this from the top. Oh no, I have to give you the missing part. So after you do the full right side, which ends with, the 8 bars ends with, then we're going to repeat this part. And next we have a jump onto your left foot. It's a jump, brush, swing the leg around and do 2 heels. And it's on E, N, O, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, push the heels. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, so you're swinging the leg out, and it doesn't quite get to the back. It gets to the back only by doing a brush heel. Brush, step, heel, brush, step, heel. So we're jumping step, brush, swing the leg, make it big, brush, step, heel, shift your weight, in, out, in. But, so the first part is the question, and then the second part is the answer, or call and response. Your body, we're doing a call and response within our own bodies. All right, a little bit more emphatic, a little lighter on the first part, a little stronger on the weighted part. And get down into those knees. All right, so how that lays in, we're starting with the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Get ready to jump on the left foot. Swing, out, in. Right from there, loose third, heel right, heel left, heel right, heel left, heel. Sorry, loose third, heel left, right. All right, that's confusing because I'm facing you. So I'm now going to turn away, and hopefully it'll make more sense. But you won't see the claps when I turn away. All right, so the second step, starting with that left foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Jump on the left foot. Brush, heel. In, out, in. Did you get it? Was it wonderful? Tell me it was wonderful. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, left side. Okay, I think we're ready from the top. So, just to review, in, right foot, left, then the accent hit. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'll leave that. We won't do it over and over and over. I'll leave that because I want to go on to the next material. We didn't in our warm-up do cramp rolls, but if we were there together live for a longer class, I would have given you a cramp roll combination to prepare you. But I'm assuming that you've learned this since it's an advanced beginning class. So we're brushing forward on the right foot, step to the left, heel, all right? And try not to do what I call the bunny hop, which is a great big hop forward. It usually throws the rhythm off. Just press the foot down to the floor and a small travel forward. And the travel forward is not, your head's not bouncing up and down, but think of it as a low ceiling, and you just press forward. Right? So we have a 4 and a 1. We're starting that cramp roll. We're going to start that with the right foot, forward traveling motion. So, and 4, 1. Then we're going to open the legs out wide and go. Then we're coming back. And we add some extra heels. So we finish the cramp roll from here. Ba dee 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 ba dee dee ba. And a little accent on the end. Ba dee 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 ba dee dee ba. Ba da da da. Okay. So let's try that together. Forward, side, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, did you get it? We'll try that again. I really want to encourage all of you to soften your knees and sit down into those heel drops. When you're dancing in a small space, there's a tendency to bring your feet in and to pull the body upward, kind of like Irish dancing. And for this material, I'd like you to just really settle down into it. So you're keeping your legs together as much as you can. Then you're stretching the whole body wide and low. And that's an exit. So your body can come up there if it needs to. All right, and then we're going to repeat that on the left foot. So we did it on the right side, then on the left side, and then we'll go back to the right side with a variation. So, 1, let's try the right, left, right. I think you're probably ready for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the break, the beginning of the break on the right side. Left, step, heel, 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 heel. All right, and that is a stomp going out. We can stand, which takes weight. We can stomp and pop the knee up, or we can bend the support leg and stomp here and then let the foot skim on the floor. On the stomp that slides out, very often what I hear from dancers is 2 sounds in my classes, which is kind of like a flam sound. We don't want that. We want 1 sound and then relax the leg and let it shoot forward. So pop up, stamp down, stomp out. Those 3 we're going to be using in our break here. The heels coming on the backward motion. Step, step, heel, 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 heel. Ba dee 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 da 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 da. Triple it, triple it. All right, and the strongest sound is the outward action. Okay, let's go 3 times in the break with Monty. 1, 2, 3. push beat. Up, step, step, heel, 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 one, or a 4. That's the beat right here where I was slapping my thigh, but we're going to drop that heel accented right before. Okay, now let's work on the break. We're out here. We're going to step and 1. This is I guess we'll call it a stomp because it's going down to the floor, but it does not take weight. We're not shifting over it. But that might be questionable. Maybe it truly is a stamp. But we go out, and the action from the right to the left is like a ball change. But you're not using the ball of the foot. They're two flat-footed sounds. Out and down. Brush, step, heel. Stomp, brush, step, heel, pop up. All right, so this is now definitely more complicated than what we've been working at. It's a syncopated rhythm break. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you gotta hear the triplets underneath. Ba, ba, triple lip, da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, now be sure on 4 to pull that knee up. Now we're going to drop it down again for another stop, another pop-up on 1. So it goes 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1. Okay, so I think we can almost finish the break now. So we're out and we go and 1 and 2, 3 and a 4 and a 1. Then we have a loose third. Step, heel, step. We end with our weight on the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now again, if you don't have that loose third, you can do a shuffle. And nobody's going to ask for their money back. That's nobody in the audience is what I mean. So, shuffle or stomp with the third step. But do make sure you get the step heel on the right foot before you go forward. So we're going to do call and response with the break. I'll go with Monty. He'll keep playing and you answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be sure and feel that triplet. Da do dee 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 dee. Okay, let's try this from the top. So we finish. And we're going to start our cramp roll on the right foot, going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Should I do that one more time? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and the 4, and the 1, 2. All right, let's put that on. So now we have how many measures? Yes, absolutely. 16 measures of material. Actually, I'm wrong. It's 24 measures because we do the first step twice with a variation. So it's 24 measures so far. From the beginning, a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Again? Yes. Should we try it slower? It's really hard for me to balance when we go slow, but should we try a little slower? No? Monty says no. Same tempo. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, fourth step, or fourth 8 bars. This will make a chorus. We'll have 32 measures. We're going to work with some drags. So I'd like to think of these working from the hip rather than just from the stiff leg pushing of the leg and foot into the floor. So you're going to first jump on your You're going to jump onto your right foot. All right, so you're going to jump on the right foot, and it's step, brush. And the brush is that slow drag that we did in the beginning when we did our shuffles, that feeling. So it's not like that. You're going step, drag, drag back from the hip, forward, pull back. Now pull back with your body, but it's no sound in the tap. It's just a whoosh. It's just a. So we have jump, drag, whoosh, back, tap. Jumping on your left leg, we have step, drag, back from the hip, drag. And that's actually a push. It'd be a push, slide, back. We should be at a right angle here on this clap. So try that with me, jumping onto your left leg. Jumping onto your right leg. 1, 2, 3, ha, 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 ha. So jump onto the right, drag, I'm wrong. Step, brush, step, drag, snap back. Again, 1, 2, jump to the right. Ha, 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 ha. Right, so what we're trying to do here is get a little texture, and it sounds better in different spaces, but instead of always making a full sound of the foot, we're trying to get a little subtlety here. So when you jump, you can incline with the hip a little bit, or you can keep your body straight. But I kind of like this action, except for right here. This one, you want to keep your body straight forward. You don't want to swivel side to side. Jumping out to the right again. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, tap. Now all we do here is step, shuffle, all change. Step, shuffle, all change. So part of a waltz. Or basically a waltz clog without a flap, just a step on the first beat. So let's add that on. Jump to the right foot. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Step, shuffle. And of course, now we're going to do it on the other side because we're staying with that format of, 3 times in a break. 1, 2, 3. First side. Second side. All right, there will be a third time to repeat on the original side. So we didn't practice this one very much, but jump on your left, drag the right forward or slide it. Slide, drag, push, slide back, tap. And the rhythm is E and a 1, 2, 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, 3, E and a 4. Da 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 ha. Okay, so let's do 2 together. Jump on the right foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. So from the side, da 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 dee da dee ha da 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 dee da dee da. So on your own, you can check those shapings that you get to that right angle with the knee, and that's important because we're going to need it in that position. We need the knee in that position as we move into our break. So on the third time, you're jumping onto your right leg. Step, brush, drag, brush, or slide, clap. Then instead of the waltz, you're going to hit your knee. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right and left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So those, the ball change feeling, it's not the ball of the foot. They're flat-footed sounds, but they're not loud. They're understated, flat-footed sounds. All right, let's try that much, and I'll face this direction to help you. Start jumping on your right leg. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Pick your leg up, drop it. All right, like a horse. And you're going to snap your right hand and then your left hand before the foot hits the ground. Da-da, da-da, da, da, da. Ball change, drag, shuffle, ball change, drag. And of course that depends on your space. You could do ball change step, shuffle, ball change step. So we have ha, 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 ah, 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 right, left, right. Again, just from the slap. Up, down, up, ball change, right, left, snap. Now this is awkward because you're really sitting, you should be sitting back into that right hip, but you still have to make the ball change and crossover. Pull out, shuffle, ball change, out. And let your focus change. Don't keep your face straight to the mirror on this, even though that's helpful when you're learning something. Da da ah, da da ah, da 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 ah. Right, so we're giving a little bit of body movement to our tap dancing. Okay, let's try that last step all together with the break. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Yes? Again? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. From the top, with Monty. Maybe take a little moment to breathe. You've been thinking and working hard. A moment to say thank you for being a part of my class, and I'm so grateful that Lane asked me to do this, because otherwise I might never get with trying to teach live remote, which is definitely a whole different thing than being in a classroom with students. Okay, have we caught our breath? Maybe a little water. Okay, after we dance this with Monty playing it, we'll put on an instrumental piece called I Love Paris, and you could use any medium tempo swing tune. And that's in a 32-bar chorus structure. And you can change the tempo, as much as you want. I will say that the step rush pattern works better when the tempo's slower, but it's definitely a balance problem. Okay, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you still with me? I hope so. I have a feeling that we don't need to do the first two steps over and over and over. We should just take step 3 and 4. So the cramp roll step, and then the transition into the step slide step. So coming from the break, step brush. You have to come right out of it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. How are we doing? All right, let's take step 3 and 4 together with Monty. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that with I Love Paris. Okay, let's try it again. We just turn the volume a little bit higher. My taps in, this is my home studio, and I'm so blessed to have it. The odd thing is that I normally don't tap very loudly, but my taps are really loud in this room. It's really live with the mirror, the glass windows. And so we're trying to get the right mix of the music to taps. And at the very end, remind me, I'll take my shoes off so that you can maybe hear the music and practice it. And I'll dance it in socks for you. Okay, here we go. Okay, thought I could get my shoes off faster than that. Okay, let's try this with no taps. We could go just a little faster, huh? Okay, that brings us to the end of our session. Hope you've gotten a little bit of a sweat going. I know I have. And I'd just like to invite you all to Rhythm World next year. And hopefully Monty and I will be there, as we've been for the past few years, teaching and performing. And we love that experience so much. So we encourage you all to come back next year. And if you happen to be in the California area, Long Beach area, I teach tap at Orange Coast College, and my class is on Wednesday, and it's a 2-hour and 5-minute class. And when we actually are meeting in the studio, we do lots of warm-up skills and drills and rudiments. We do some traveling steps across the floor. We work on choreography, and we work on improvisation. So if you know anybody in the Long Beach area, San Diego, anybody willing to drive. My class is starting up for the fall term on the 26th of August. So you can sign up. And the great thing about it is if you're a California resident, high school students can attend free. They just have a small registration fee to pay, but otherwise they attend free. And the class meets once every week. You have to commit to 16-week semester. And I would love to have any of you or your friends that are in the California area. And Monty also teaches African dance and drumming at OCC, Orange Coast College, and at Loyola, and all that kind of good stuff. So we hope you enjoyed our session. If you want to reach me, you can email me at linda@rhapsodyandtaps.com or Linda Sohl, S-O-H-L, at AOL.com. And as I said, we are going to have our anthology ready. It will be 8 hours of material, and there are lots of company performances, a lot of my choreography, group choreography, and also solo performances by all the dancers that were in our company, plus a lot of the older American treasures of tap dance that we presented and produced in the early days of the company. There's some great footage of Sam Weber and Diane Walker, Brenda Buffalino, and Jimmy Slide, and Leon Collins, and Foster Johnson, who was my mentor. Okay, I think we're needing to wind this up. So if you also have any suggestions on my first attempt at teaching remotely, I am open to your suggestions and help. I hope to hear from you. Take care. Keep tapping.